Well, hello everyone. Reverend Carol here. Today I'm going to be bringing you the story called Standing Tall. And it's about takes place around Palm Sunday. And this Sunday we are celebrating Palm Sunday. Now, what that is the time when Jesus made his last final entry into Jerusalem before Easter, which is next Sunday. And Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey with her colt next to her. And it was a very courageous thing that Jesus did to go into Jerusalem, for he knew what was going to happen to him. But he did it anyway, because he did it to show us what is possible, what is within each one of us about the Christ that is within us. And the affirmation today that goes with this story is, I find my true self when I put others first. And that's what Jesus did. He found his true self when he put the good of humankind ahead of himself. I find my true self when I put others first. And the story is called Anna and the Donkey. Well, Anna lived in a small village outside the city of Jerusalem. And Anna's father made strong and beautiful pots to sell. And her mother weaved colorful blankets and shawls. Sometimes they went into Jerusalem to sell their work, but usually they set up shop by the road that led into the city. And there were always people traveling on the road, and business was good. Anna loved to sit out by the road and imagine where all the travelers came from. She had only been in the city once and never further from her village than the river. Seeing people come from exotic places stirred up Anna's imagination and made life exciting. Lately, she'd been too busy caring for the new baby donkey to get out to the road. Her parents and big brothers didn't have time to brush it every day or talk softly into its big ears when it got a bit nervous. Anna was the only one who knew about the spot on its nose that needed a delicate scratch sometimes. It was bigger now, and Anna was proud to say it was healthy and gentle due to her loving care. Now, she'd been looking forward to seeing travelers who came to the city for Passover, but then her brother injured his leg falling from their wagon. Now she had to do his chores too, and there was no time for daydreams from faraway places. Anna angrily swept the stable and thought about how unfair things were. The coat and its mother were tied outside the stable when Anna finished cleaning the stall. She was back in the shadows when she saw strangers approach and talk with her father. To her dismay, they untied the donkey and walked away. The coat stayed by his mother and followed them out to the road. Anna quickly ran and asked her father, "Father, why are those men taking our donkeys?" "The teacher has need of them, Anna. It will be all right," he explained gently. And that's all he would say. Well, Anna didn't understand. She ran after the men with tears of outrage in her eyes. Her brother's chores, and now this, she could just barely keep the colt in sight as they joined the many people in carts on the busy road. The men eventually joined others and offered the donkey to the one who was their teacher. Anna stayed out of sight, but watched what happened next. After the donkey was draped with robes, the teacher rode the donkey toward the city gates while the others walked beside. The colt stayed close to its mother all the way. The teacher seemed gentle and kind to Anna, so she was even more confused about why he had taken her donkey. She overheard someone say, "Some people say he's been blessed by God." Then someone else said, "This man says anyone can know God, even Gentiles, and those who have made mistakes and done bad things. He also says that we don't have to go to the temple to know God. Can you believe that? I've heard that the priests are quite angry with him." Anna was thinking about why the teacher would go into the city where the priests were angry with him, and she noticed the crowds were getting larger, and many people seemed to be shouting and singing. They were laying palm branches on the road and saying, "Hosanna." They seemed to be celebrating, but she wasn't sure what or why. She felt her heart beat faster, and she almost shouted too, but she didn't want the men to know she was following the colt. She moved along the crowds through the city gates and fought to stay near the colt. The teacher then stopped and got off the donkey. The people were still calling and waving branches in the air. Anna was surprised to see the teacher look into the donkey's eyes and say something only the beast could have heard. She was even more surprised to see him stroke the little donkey and tenderly scratch the special spot that only Anna knew about. He looked through the crowds in her direction before walking into the city with his friends. Anna quickly ran to the donkey and grabbed the rope, and the colt nestled her side, grateful to see and smell someone familiar. She was almost hoping the teacher would come back, but she turned the donkeys around and started the long walk home before he could return for the animals. She got home late that evening, exhausted and hungry. Anna put the donkeys in their stalls and was going to her comfortable bed when the teacher's face came to her mind. Somehow she knew he wouldn't head for bed when there was work to do. So Anna made sure her brother's chores were all done, and she drew water from the well for her mother. Her heart was happy when she went inside. So why do you think Jesus went into the city, even though the priests were angry? Why do you think Anna was angry about doing her brother's chores? What changed? Have you ever taken care of a young animal? Perhaps you have a dog or a cat or maybe a goldfish or some other type of animal or pet that you take care of. What do you think happened after the story ended? Well, I hope you like this story about Anna and the donkey. You know, you are welcome to come to Sunday services this Sunday. We are open now in the sanctuary, and soon our YFM classes will be opening too. We'll let you know in an announcement when that happens. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Know that we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you.